Time to... It's the mech... And it's the king, Amir. This bout... How will these two fighters handle the... These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. A big whiff with the right hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. A lot of pre-match drama, and they will settle their score under the sun here in this outdoor venue.
If you are on the losing side of this fight, Tom, and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be, so you've got to make sure you've prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking at a fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Can't find a home for that jab. Nice job slipping that left uppercut. This is not how the story was supposed to go for Amir Khan. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Benavidez. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Beautiful counter shot. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunches are the best.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. A perfect counter lands. Amir Khan in some real trouble. That was the moment.
Beandays now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
That counter shot lands. He threw the hook, didn't land. Defense is not an option for these two. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Let's get it started in round three. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! The Mexican monster's in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
There's a counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. Catch and shoot. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. These two fighters are made for one another. Has to be careful. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. There's the bell for round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice defense there, blocking the hooks. The courage on display here is incredible. How about that time counter shot? Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. Well, we're entering... Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
A perfect counter shot. They blocked that right hook. Good counter punch. Fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been... There's the bell to start round 6. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter punch caught him clean. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter shot. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. You'd like to see more jabs. You got to like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about David. Here comes round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Do you believe this? Nice counter. Well done with that counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. They exchange punches. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he scores with the counter. Good job defending the jabs. That punch landed. Punch, counter punch. Nice work to block that left uppercut. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he at? And we enter the 8th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Counter punching. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Threw the uppercut, but did not score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Three judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart, smart,